Sleight of Mind, Educational Definitions and Examples by J. Claude McDaniel.
The conference room felt colder than usual. Alex sat with a notepad in front of him, a quiet pen ready in his hand. Across the table, his ex leaned back in her chair, already launching into a rehearsed list of complaints. The accusations came fast and sharp. He abandoned his responsibilities. He never showed up for important events. The children are anxious around him. The mediator glanced between them, noting not just the words, but the reactions. Alex didn't flinch. He didn't interrupt. He didn't let the trap snap shut. Instead, he wrote 3 small words on his notepad. Stay calm. Stay focused. Stay true. He had prepared for this, not to fight louder, but to fight smarter. 1. Stay calm, especially under provocation. Expect that the opposing party may lie, exaggerate, or attempt to provoke an emotional response. Do not interrupt, raise your voice, or visibly react. Instead, take a breath, write notes if needed, and wait for your turn to speak. If false statements are made, calmly say, I would like to respond to that when it's appropriate. Remember, mediators are trained to observe tone, body language, and emotional regulation, not just the content of what is said. 2. Keep the focus on the child. Always bring the conversation back to what matters, the well-being of your child. Use child-centered language. My goal is to support a stable routine for my daughter. My concern is ensuring that my son has equal access to both parents. Avoid personal attacks, even when discussing difficult realities like abandonment or manipulation. 3. Be honest and humble. If you've made mistakes in the past, missed a visit, lost your temper, etc., own it briefly and pivot. That was a difficult time, and I've worked hard since then to show consistency and growth. Honesty shows maturity. Blame shifting only reinforces the other party's narrative. 4. Use your documentation wisely. Don't overwhelm the mediator with a mountain of paperwork. Instead, bring organized, relevant documents that support key points, e.g., parenting schedules, receipts, messages, missed visits. Oh, if needed, say, I have documentation available if the mediator would like to see it. Let your attorney guide the flow of evidence presentation, if they are present. 5. Respond to false allegations with facts, not emotion. If you are accused of misconduct, calmly say, that is not accurate, and I have documentation that reflects otherwise. Or, I respectfully disagree and I'd like to clarify that point. Avoid defending yourself with sarcasm or frustration. Let the facts speak for you. 6. Project stability and cooperation. Mediators are evaluating not only truth, but your willingness to work toward solutions. Show openness with statements like, I'm willing to be flexible with scheduling, as long as it benefits our child. I'm open to compromise, but I would like the parenting plan to reflect my continued involvement. Mediation is not about battling the other parent. It's about presenting your case to a neutral professional who will help the court understand what is best for your child. In high conflict or manipulative situations, your greatest assets are preparation, emotional control, and a child-centered mindset. Every word you say, every tone you use, and every piece of documentation you present should reinforce one message. You are a safe, reliable, and emotionally present parent, and your child needs you in their life. In the next section, we'll look at how to follow up after mediation, reinforce your presence with third parties, and prepare for possible court recommendations or appearances. Alex knew instinctively that mediation wasn't a win-and-walk-away event. It was a starting line for the next phase, and his actions now would speak louder than any arguments made across a table. 1. Review the mediator's report carefully. Sitting down with his attorney, Alex pored over every word of the mediator's findings. Did it reflect his commitment to co-parenting? Was his evidence acknowledged? Were any damaging omissions or distortions hidden between polite legal phrases? Where gaps existed, Alex and his attorney discussed how to address them calmly and strategically through formal clarifications, supporting documents, or polite professional communications. Every word mattered now. 2. Implement agreements promptly. Even though some parts of mediation felt unfair or incomplete, Alex knew he had to honor every commitment to the letter. Every visitation scheduled. He showed up early, prepared, positive. Every communication guideline he followed. No side comments, no emotional texts. Every shared responsibility he fulfilled and documented. It wasn't about the other party's failures anymore. It was about proving again and again that he was a safe, stable parent his child needed. 3. Communicate with third parties professionally. Alex reached out carefully to his child's teachers, doctors, coaches, church youth leaders. He sent short, professional messages. Following recent mediation, I remain actively involved in child's name, schooling, and health care. Please include me in all future communications. He attached polite copies of his custody rights where needed. No drama, no accusations, just quiet professionalism. Every small interaction strengthened his place in his child's world. 4. Continue building your documentation file. Alex didn't relax after mediation. He doubled down on documenting. Parenting time logged. Texts and emails saved. Every missed visit or denied call noted calmly. But he also made space for positives. His daughter's laughter during a museum trip. His son's pride over a science fair project. The simple, everyday moments of connection and trust. This wasn't just about defending himself anymore. It was about preserving the real story, the one manipulation couldn't erase. 5. Prepare for possible court recommendations. Alex understood that mediation wasn't always the last stop. If the mediator submitted a recommendation to the court, he would be ready to reinforce every positive detail. If things leaned against him, he would respond strategically, not emotionally, with his attorney's help. He remembered what his lawyer told him. Courts pay close attention to how parents behave after mediation. Calm consistency wins cases more often than courtroom fireworks. As Alex tucked another photo into his documentation folder, a smiling selfie with his son at the park, he realized something. He wasn't just fighting for weekends and holidays. He was fighting for every ordinary, sacred, quiet day still ahead. And for that, he would stay vigilant, patient, and true. Mediation is not the end of the battle for your child. It is simply a checkpoint, a test of your persistence, your patience, and your love. Every action you take after mediation, every visit honored, every document kept, every calm response becomes a piece of the bridge you are building back to your child. Stay steady, stay focused, stay hopeful.
Thank you for viewing Parental Alienation, Sleight of Mind by J. Claude McDaniel.